Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Cybersecurity with Sam, Online Privacy Part 1. So, online privacy, and this is the part 1. I'm just preparing two different videos for the online privacy because I cannot fit everything in one video and I just want to make things shorter than longer. So, protecting online privacy is crucial in today's digital age. Teach yourself to protect yourself. The more you become aware of the dangers of the things that are going on the internet that might be used against you will just help you better protect and safeguard yourself, right? So I have to just on a daily basis, I have to just read topics, I have to read many, and just teach myself, learn things. How can I be possibly losing my IDs? Don't you think that since I'm teaching these things, I'm just like I'm the best person that I'm protecting myself? I learned from my failures more than I learned from my successes because the thing is, I've been a victim of identity theft, and my password's been compromised, my account's been compromised. So it happens to all of us. Doesn't matter we are really in the security field or any other field, right? As long as we just hire our self-awareness about the security and how to protect and safeguard yourselves, the more and more we become, I mean, um, protected, of course. So I'm going to just take you to the next slide, which is the first one. The first tip that I would like you to give you for protecting yourself is to use strong password. Note that the longer the password, the more strong the password would be, right? So um, because most effective thing against just the password hack is yet known as the brute force. So the longer the password is, it makes it harder for those algorithms to just guess your password. By the way, um, I know that there are many engines that are certain that they just support a certain amount or certain number of characters, and the complexity itself is limited to only numbers and letters, or it could be, they're not accepting signs, but the best would be a combination of letters, including uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and signs. Like the one is not a good password that is showing here, but it's just showing the combination of things, right? So use a passphrase, use a long one, and use a combination of letters, both uppercase, lowercase, along with numbers and signs. The second tip that I would like you to see is to and really practice and exercise this for yourself wherever is possible and whenever is possible. Just enable the two-factor authentication. That means you have a second line of protecting yourself. That means if just in case your password has been compromised and the adversary wants to just get into the site with your password because he or she or whoever knows your password, that guy will be asked for a second factor authentication. And that second factor authentication is something that should be in your hand, right? It could be your mobile phone or it could be, any type of device, right? So a secure key or whatever your hardware key could be, right? So make sure that you enable this one whenever and wherever possible. That protects you a lot. The third one is to just keep your operating system in application and antivirus, whatever you have on your PC, on your cell phone, keep it up to date. and just update regularly, because the patches that are released, especially the critical and security patches, they are there to protect you against the known vulnerabilities. Of course, there are zero-day attacks that you may not be able to protect yourself against, but the patching yet is known the best way to protect yourself against unknown and known vulnerabilities. Be cautious about personal information. Know who and where you're giving your information to, right? Just if you're unsure, because there are many of you that might be, let's say, doing many things online, like searching for jobs and registering, because when you're searching, you might be, going many places and trying to just register yourself and trying to give your information, including your resume, your personal information to that site. At least check and make sure those sites, whenever you are in doubt, check to make sure they're certified. They have their industry standard compliance certificates in security and privacy. If they're aligned or if you're certified CCPA, PIPEDA, GDPR, that means they have to follow certain rules that apply to protecting the online privacy. That means you have the right, the first one is the limit um, of collection. That means they cannot just, for whatever purpose that they're just getting your information, they have to limit it, right? They cannot ask you for your SIN number if you're just registering for to like a job, right? Unless you just get into that job, and because of the financial matters and all those stuff, you've been asked for your SIM card that you will provision, right? So anyways, just check many of the sites, many of the credible sites, they have this. It is a public information, and if they don't have it, you can just ask for it, right? Whenever you're in doubt about the credibility of the site, that if whether they're just keeping your secrets secret. The tip number 5 that I have for you is to use VPN. I had a video before about the public VPNs, and I will produce, a couple of videos later, how to make a private VPN for yourself at home, right? You don't need to just buy a VPN. You don't need to just go with those public VPNs. If you want, of course, you can do, but because I've shown you that the VPN will protect you against the, let's say, wireless. The best protection I could possibly give you an example is the wireless. Let's say you're sitting in a coffee shop, you're in the airport, and you're not really trusting the um, the air or the how you might be. Let's say your things might be compromised, or it might be visible to the people, to the other people in the same domain where you're sitting, right? But when you're using a VPN gateway or public VPN, at least you're sure that from your point to VPN gateway, which is your provider, everything is protected and nobody has got visibility. But from that point onward, you cannot really guarantee, right? Anyways, use a VPN is one of the best mechanism to protect yourself in public places. And lastly, I would like to thank you and just wait for the second video on online privacy. We'll see you then.